All right. Welcome back to the Built to Grow podcast, brought to you by New York State Yankee Distilleries Straight Bourbon. Thank you, David Bender, for sending that
thanks,
over.
Brother.
We're going to tell you a little bit about David Bender in a second, but joined on today's show by Randy Angston. What's up, buddy?
Howdy. How we doing?
Good.
Good. Wonderful.
I just got my shoulder destroyed.
Yeah,
by
no, I
Zach.
seen that. Yeah, you almost cried. I'm just going to say that. He almost cried.
I did not cry. There was no check.
There was no check.
There was no check. Okay, so David Bender sends the bourbon over. I've not opened this one up yet. Looks delish. Thank you, buddy. David, we've talked about him a little bit on the show. What's he doing right now as far as revenue goes? New revenue.
Oh, consistent? I don't know. I mean, his EFTs had to have jumped probably 30,000 a month plus, maybe.
Yeah.
I'd say something like that. And we're talking now since the end. It was June 1st, I think, when we started marketing for him and working with him.
So May, June, July, August.
Not even May. End of
June,
May is when we
June, July, August, 3 months. 3 months. He's generating a delta about 10K per month delta.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's the one number that we I did see was confidently was $278,000 in new contractual revenue.
okay, sweet. So this is a gentleman that did our coaching program. We determined, based on all things considered, that all he really needed at this point in time was lead flow.
Yeah.
He's a great salesperson. His delivery was on point. His systems were right. His pricing needed to go up a little bit, which we did early. And we turned on his marketing, put it into automation, and he's a sales machine. Machine. So literally in a course of 90 days, David's business in a totally different place.
His life is in a different place.
Yeah.
I mean, what he's been able to do. I mean, hell, we would always talk. We talk daily. He sends me his numbers. He sends me his goals and things like that. I mean, this guy's pushing for like 40, 50, 60 new members each month.
Yeah.
It's not hey, I'm cool with 5, 10 is going to be great, 15. Most businesses it's night and day to do 15 new memberships in a month.
And he's $300-400 a month revenue.
Exactly.
Membership,
it's not an easy, quote unquote, easy sale for, the grand scheme of things.
So he's doing well. So thank you for the gift. And so if anybody else would like to send us bourbon, we are accepting new bourbon at all times.
We'll sample them and we'll let you know how we like them.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So for this episode, this is a good one, guys. This kind of outside the gym per se, right? It's just life in general. There's those times in life where you did great. Like, for example, David Bender, he's doing great. He did great month 1. He did great month 2. And a lot of times a normal gym owner might just pull his foot off the gas and be like, hey, we nailed our sales numbers this month and there's still 2 weeks left. And, you coast into the next month. And that's like what we call taking their foot off the gas. Yep. Whenever you have a winning strategy, winning formula, winning marketing campaign, we always say press the gas because that builds momentum, and momentum's hard to stop.
Exactly. Yeah. Consistency compounds, right? And so when you're moving and you're keeping things going, it's so much easier and so much more stress-free when you just do keep your foot on the pedal, right? Like, the hard part about the entrepreneur is when things are good, we want to shake things up. It's like, I got to go try something new. But more often than not, just accelerating what you're doing that really works right now is the right ticket, is the right path. And then just avoid that derailment. Like we said, it's hard to stop a train. Like, that's exactly what it is. Business, momentum, energy, it's beyond your business. I mean, think about our clients. Think about the ability to step into a gym. Maybe it's the first time. Maybe it's the first time in a while. Day 1, day 2, day 3. Those are the difficult ones. Those are where the struggle lies, right? Like, they're still trying to talk themselves out of that. Day 14, they're loving it, right? Because the habits set in. Now the benefits of the consistency are starting to compound. They're seeing results. And that's what drives them moving forward. Business, very much the same way. Relationships, the struggle in other places, very much the same way. You have to go back to the basics and do what we know that works. Allow that consistency to take over and the results that come with that. But there's so many different things that try to take us off our game. and especially in business.
Right. And you've heard the 20-mile march, right? Doing the boring things really, really well, consistently day in, day out, is the way to success, right? And you nailed it earlier. I've done this. I've fallen into this trap a million times where you hit a home run with something and you're like, great, that worked great. Let's try something new.
Yeah, sure.
And it takes a seasoned veteran to then stop what you're doing, go back to the same thing that worked and just keep doing that thing over and over. And going towards our marketing, we've been running the same hook, line, and sinker for over 2 years now.
And
there was a gym owner that's
unspoken in this industry.
Right. And it still produces.
Yeah.
It's great for us. It works for many other gyms, not every gym, but there's another Iron Circle member, John Fark, has been running a $99 30-day trial for 10 years. That's his hook, line, and sinker, and he's got an amazing business because of it. It's the boring stuff. And yes, entrepreneurs, we like to create, we like to solve big problems, and that's awesome. But make sure you don't change the main thing to do something totally different, because you can derail. Right?
And I think that's exactly it. And I think a lot of entrepreneurs compare themselves to other entrepreneurs. And it goes back to like the social media or the highlight reel. They see them doing something different, or, taking a vacation, whatever it is. It's just not their normal, nobody's seeing the mundane, right? They're not doing a glimpse into what their day-to-day follow up with emails, sales consultations. Like, no, that stuff's never sexy. It's never exciting when we look at the work that's done on a consistent basis. Mm-hmm. And if we're comparing, the stuff that we realize we're doing, that stuff, to the entrepreneurs out there, the other gym owners out there that are doing things that we're not, well, who the hell knows what they're doing in order to make that happen, right? They're probably doing the mundane stuff better than you are, because they have the opportunity to go then do that stuff. And that's what it comes down to, is just putting yourself, having a little bit of that mental toughness, that grit, to just kind of endure the mundane, the stuff that we know works to get the result. There is a tipping point. I mean, there's enough of that, mentality out there. Malcolm Gladwell's the 10,000 hour rule in order to become a professional, right? Like, you have to put in the work type of thing. The reps, we've talked about it a million ways.
Yep.
But as entrepreneurs and as business owners that desire to jump to something new, or like you started with, maybe that was a great week, and Friday afternoon comes around and you don't have anything client facing, and it's cool, let me just pack that one in, send it into the weekend type of thing. Well, shit, is your competition working till 6-7 o'clock on a Friday?
Who says that quote?
Ben
says what?
He says champions create distance on Fridays. Something I've always kind of held close to heart. Obviously, one of the reasons I lean in.
Newman.
Yeah, Ben Newman. Ben, he's we're big fans.
Who's he?
So Ben's a performance coach. He works with athletes across the board. He's the mindset coach or the performance coach for Alabama football right now. Previously, North Dakota State Bison. 7-8 time champions there. Some of the best in the world, absolutely, and definitely across the U.S. But individual athletes and things like that. I've been in Ben's circle for probably 6, 7, 8 years. Yeah. Somebody I've looked up to. I followed a lot of his leadership when it comes to that mental fortitude, that building that mental toughness. And it allows you to endure the mundane and get back in the game doing what we know leads to success, not the stuff that seems fun, that you're attracted to through the emotion, or, the feelings of what that could provide. It's doing what we know works and sticking to the guns. So big fan, but
check him out. I think he's got a podcast, The Burn.
The Burn is his podcast.
Yeah, very good guy. Very, exactly what we talk about, right?
Yeah.
The mental toughness, just doing the hard stuff every single day in and day out. This fitness business is not for the weak, right?
And that's the biggest thing, is you have to be able to take some of those arrows in the back. You have to be able to, run at adversity if you really want to get to the things that we say we want. I mean, that's it. You guys have a business. I mean, if you're happy, with your bills paid and you're working 60 hours a week and that's what you want out of it, you probably can have that. But for most of you, if you're listening to this show, like we say all the time, that's not enough for you. And if you want more, you got to do more. And this is what it takes in order to get those results. So
do the work.
Do the damn work.
All right. Well, hopefully this kicks you into gear and you were thinking about taking this Friday afternoon off. You turn around and do the hard work and the things that are going to move the needle, right? There's a million things you could do on a list every single day. And we always like to prioritize the income producing activities on the top, and everything else follows after that. You can outsell problems as long as you have the revenue. And so we always prioritize that up top every single time. Get that stuff done. Hopefully this helps you guys. Short and sweet, this episode. But until next episode, guys, keep changing lives. We'll see you on the next show. Bye. All right, and thank you for listening to that episode of the Built to Grow podcast, where we help gym owners win. Now, do you want to connect with me and other gym owners online? All you need to do is join our private Facebook group, Business Talk with Fitness Professionals. Just head on over to Facebook and type in Business Talk with Fitness Professionals, and when you do, we're going to give you our 10 marketing strategies 7-figure gym owners use to win. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Until then, keep building something great.